Big advantages over Lopez, height and reach, the size.
Making his way to the ring, Gabriel Lopez.
Gabriel Lopez, 10-4, 7 of those 10 wins by way of knockout, 5 of those 7 knockouts coming inside of 2 rounds. Feels that he can brawl effectively and he can also win fights by being extremely technical. Lopez said of my 4 losses, I played it too safe. I have to use aggression, but I have to use smart aggression in this fight.
Well, one of the biggest things, he was off for 3 years. He was off to a good start. Then he was off from 2015 to 18. And a fighter just can't have a 3-year layoff. You know what I say about being idle?
It's my favorite line.
It's like high blood pressure. It's the silent killer. Inactivity will kill the fighters. But he's picked it back up. And again, 7 of his 10 victories have been against guys with winning records. And he clearly feels he's faced the better opposition than Barajas.
Lopez said, I want to make this an inside fight. I feel that Barajas will try to stay on the outside, try to work off of the jab. I have to slip under that Barajas jab, get to the inside. Constant forward pressure from the opening bell.
And I will tell you, in his last fight, Barajas was scheduled to fight. I interviewed him the night before the fight. We had a couple of shows here a few months ago, as you know, and then Barajas got sick the night before in a fight against Resendez that I felt was a pick-em fight. And looking at the 2 fighters, I actually was going to give a slight edge to Resendez. So it's good to see Barajas back in action, and it's good to see him facing a guy with a winning record. You've got to start stepping up. You know, I give him a little slack, Barajas, because he only had 13 amateur fights.
We await the appearance now of Gabriel Lopez. Roy Jones Jr. Boxing live tonight. So glad that you're with us, watching in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and indeed worldwide. With James Smitty Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. 10 rounds. You just saw the title. It is the currently vacant WBC Latino Super Middleweight Championship.
And Barajas made it clear to us he was excited about the possibility of wearing any kind of green belt. You know how I feel about belts, all right?
I do.
I tell you? I don't care if there's 64,000 belts, but only one belt in each division should say what? World champion. Despite that, I love Mauricio Sulaiman, but too many belts, too many weight divisions. They're giving me too much time here to start to gripe. Got to go back to 15-round fights for championship fights. Same-day weigh-ins. All right, I'm off my soapbox here.
We are at the stunning Marina Terra Event Center. Equally stunning San Carlos, Mexico.
What is our ring announcer? Does he think he's Smitty there with that? I like his. He's not quite the picture of sartorial splendor that I am, but Jeff, I like his outfits.
You and Jeff Houston are kindred spirits on shoes. We're still awaiting the appearance of Gabriel Lopez. Called to the ring by Jeff Houston.
We had a couple of early, fights that went early, and I think that gets these guys. There's a little bit of a walk, but a nice walk. I don't know what the temperature. I bet you it's about 85 degrees right now.
And there is indeed Gabriel Lopez. Lopez said, this is absolutely the biggest fight of my life. And now starting his ring walk.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, Juan Barajas.
Juan Barajas from Victorville, California, enters our main event 11-0. 7 of those 11 wins by way of knockout. 5 of those 7 knockouts coming in round number 1. Barajas said, I want to stay on the outside. I feel that I'm much faster. I have a lot more punching power than Lopez, and I will do my best work from range.
Well, nobody loves this intro or music better than me. A little bit of Bon Jovi and Living on a Prayer.
Look of determination on the face of Juan Barajas, who, like Lopez, said this is the biggest fight of my life. Barajas also said, I've been really focusing on improving my jab in training. I'm going to use my jab to set up my big right hand. To get our main event started, back we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Jones Jr. Boxing, in association with De La O Boxing Promociones, are proud to present to you your main event of the evening. Scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBC Latino Super Middleweight Championship. Presented to you by Fusion CBD. For fast muscle recovery, visit FusionCBDProducts.com. WBC Supervisor in attendance, Mr. Juan Jose Herrera. Sanctioned by the Hermosillo Sonora Boxing Commission. Our 3 judges scoring our main event, Martin Canazales, Gilberto Cota, and Antonio Orona. And the third man inside the ring, our referee in charge at the bell, Gabriel Lopez. And now, from the Marina Terra Event Center, live worldwide and seaside, fight fans of San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico, everybody, go Loco! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and white trimmed in silver. His official weight, 165.3 pounds. His professional record stands at 10 victories opposite 4 defeats, 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Atizapán de Zaragoza, Mexico, here is Gabriel Drago Lopez. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and gold. His official weight, an identical 165.3 pounds. He is undefeated in the ring at 11-0, 7 big wins, way of knockout. Fighting out of Victorville, California, USA. Here is the undefeated Juan Just Business Barajas.
Nunca, no golpes abajo. Si uno de los dos cae, se va a la esquina neutra más lejana. Choquen guantes, suerte y que gane el mejor.
Final instructions from referee Gabriel Lopez, assigned by the WBC. Juan Barajas versus Gabriel Lopez. 10 rounds, 168 pounds, the bell, and round number 1. Tonight's fight clock is presented by Marina Terra Hotel and Spa in San Carlos, Mexico.
Lopez coming off a loss in September, but was a close 12-round decision loss. 12 rounds, which he said did him some, he feels that that did him some good. We'll see. That's pretty wild, a swing and a miss there by Lopez, but he comes back with a decent jab of his own.
Solid black trunks for Juan Barajas. Black and white trunks for Gabriel Lopez. Left hook on the entry for Barajas. Lopez pulling this fight back to the center of the ring. Again, both fighters talked about range. Barajas wants an outside fight. Lopez wants an inside fight.
Now, despite the fact that Barajas has that tremendous height and reach, Lopez still needs to use his own jab. And what you do is you dip down like he just did, but throw that jab to the midsection or to the chest. Instead of, he's wasting movement there. He needs to throw the jab. And don't throw it high because you put yourself in a vulnerable position. Go low and shoot it right to the chest or even lower of Barajas. Barajas is going to find a home for that right hand in just a moment. There's not much head movement by Lopez here early.
Barajas talked to us about the jab, doubling up the jab in the last sequence. Left to the body. Counter left hand by Gabriel Lopez. Lopez on the overhand right, didn't fully land.
Barajas' camp was very confident. They just didn't feel that Lopez had the speed or the skills to deal with Barajas.
They also talked about the fact that they didn't feel that Lopez had real power at 168 pounds and that Barajas could walk through the big punches. 70 seconds remaining, round number 1. There's a big right hand from Barajas.
Yeah, but Barajas has tasted some heavy shots too. He's got some blood coming out of, I think, the nose from a couple of really nice hard shots from Lopez.
Short on the right hand, left to the body from Gabriel Lopez. Misses with that rear right uppercut.
I think Barajas is making a mistake. When he gets on the inside, he should back out and use his range. Land a couple shots, but then get out of there because Lopez needs to be on the inside. On the outside, it's going to be all Barajas. But right now, this is where Lopez needs to throw some shots like that.
Off of the feint, there's that jab from Barajas. Throwing it long from range. Left jab lands from Lopez. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1 of our main event.
And already, Barajas busted up a little bit. See, he's leaning forward. He should not be on that inside.
Bigger punches now from Barajas. Lopez doing well.
The mouth wide open of Barajas.
The blood's coming from the mouth, not from the nose of Barajas. And that is the end of round number 1.
Man.
Well, Smitty in MMA, I commentated Mike Beltran refereeing Joey Beltran. Now in boxing, I'm commentating Gabriel Lopez, being refereed by Gabriel Lopez.
Lopez did a lot of damn action here. Barajas with a combination. Hit by a nice counter right by Lopez, and that kind of started things. Lopez on the inside digs a right hand to the body. Another one. Barajas comes back with a combination of his own.
Seconds out call by referee Gabriel Lopez. Set for round number 2.
When you're a super middleweight at 6'3" and with an 80-inch reach, you need to take advantage of it. There's no need for him to be on the inside at all.
Gabriel Lopez running into the pocket and trying to solve the distance. Staying long off of that 1, then to 2 is Juan Barajas.
When Barajas does that, he leans forward and he opens himself up for uppercuts and hooks by the much shorter Lopez. Lopez came into this fight in great shape, though. You can see that.
Good right hand from Lopez. Another right hand on the overhand. Counter left from Barajas. Both fighters swinging bigger here in round number 2 than we saw from either man in round number 1.
Blood pouring out of that mouth again. He's not. Barajas is not using his height and reach advantage.
Blood pouring out of the mouth, and again, as you noted in round number 1, Smitty, Barajas' mouth is wide open.
He's going to get that jaw broken if he doesn't close that mouth. I don't know if he's ever had this kind of adversity in his career. Again, he's only fought 2 guys with with winning records. This happens. But that mouth, he's got a. Hopefully, there's nothing wrong with the mouth already.
Right hook misses from Lopez on the exit. There's the entry from Gabriel Lopez. Again, trying to slip under, get inside of that Barajas jab.
Lopez's own jab is going to be really effective here. Like that. You see that? He's found a little range for it. Jab is more about timing than anything else.
1:25 remaining, round number 2. Good second round for Gabriel Lopez. Big right hand.
Barajas doesn't seem to have a game plan. He doesn't seem to have a plan for his shots. He's just throwing them. Not using the height, not using the reach, smothering his own shots on the inside where he doesn't need to be. This is a recipe for disaster.
That right hand, especially the overhand right, getting through for Lopez here in the second round. There's the two, the right cross from Barajas didn't fully land.
Barajas is landing some good shots, but he's not taking advantage of his physical attributes.
Slight swelling under the right eye of Gabriel Lopez. See the blood streaming from the mouth of Barajas, which began in round number 1. Again, there's that overhand right from Lopez.
Lopez headhunting too much too. When he's on, the body of Barajas very frail, and Lopez on the inside should be. It's much easier to hit that body right now than it is that head. But he's headhunting.
15 seconds to go, round number 2. Right hand lands from Barajas. Lopez with a jab to the body. Pulls back the right hand. Good left hook from Lopez. That's the end of round 2. Tomorrow night from this very ring, live on UFC Fight Pass, beginning at 10:30 p.m. U.S. Canadian Eastern Time. It's live MMA with Icon Fighting Federation 3. Here on the Gulf of California at the Marina Terra Event Center in San Carlos, Mexico. Icon 3 live tomorrow night, beginning at 10:30 p.m. U.S. Canadian Eastern Time on UFC Fight Pass. Smitty, you're coming, right?
I'll make that decision at fight time. I think so. Hey, I don't have to work. I can sit out here and have a brewski or something, right?
You can enjoy the
cerveza,
fight.
I should say. I think when I saw them working on the mouth, we're seeing action in round 2. Good action around I gave to Lopez, but I think there's a real nice, not nice for Barajas, but a serious gash inside the mouth. That blood is just pouring out. I don't know if he lost a tooth or I don't know what happened. There again, I wonder if he had the right mouthpiece. Remember we talked about that earlier.
To the start of round number 3. Overhand right, then overhand right misses, but the left hand lands from Lopez.
Now, you're 6'3" and you have an 80-inch reach. Why would you even be even close to your opponent? Because it's not like Lopez is cutting the ring off. It's Barajas coming inside and languishing. That's better. Stay on the outside, pop that jab, pop, and then let the right hand go.
In our fighter meeting, Barajas talked a lot about the jab, how he had focused on improving it, being busier with it, setting up the right hand with it. We're not seeing a lot of that jab, at least not at this stage of the fight, from Juan Barajas.
Right there, again on the inside. Land a couple shots and then back up. There you go. That's better. That's better by
Three-punch combination from Barajas. The jab from Lopez. Getting under the jab, throwing that right uppercut.
And the only reason that shot can land against a guy that tall is when he's leaning straight forward on the inside.
Left hook misses from Lopez. 150 remaining, round number 3.
One thing, though, Lopez, we don't see from him is body shots. I see, he's landing some good shots, but just does not work the body, which I think could be a real ticket for him tonight. Everything that he throws is towards the head, like that. And the body's right there, and it's a thin body, a frail body.
More swelling under the right eye of Lopez. More blood streaming from the mouth of Barajas. Left hook, another left hand, counter right hand from Barajas.
Man, the blood is just pouring out of that mouth of Barajas.
See an abrasion now on the left side of the face of Lopez.
Did the heads come together there?
Time not called by referee Gabriel Lopez. We fight on after the brief delay. Left hand from Lopez.
And when I say frail, I'm not taking anything away from the conditioning of Barajas. It's just his body frame, like a Tommy Hearns. There's just, you're not going to have a real muscular body. And you notice how high Barajas has his trunks. That's because his body's so frail. You don't want to get hit there. So you pull the trunks way high.
It is a very Tommy Hearns-esque body type for Barajas.
Good combination by Barajas.
Left hook on the exit from Lopez. Barajas trying to turn up the temperature here, closing stages round 3. Doubling up the jab is Lopez. Slipping under the jab again, Gabriel Lopez. That is the end of round 3. Smitty, on your unofficial scorecard.
I have a 29-29. First round I had even. Second round went to Lopez clearly. I had Barajas bouncing back and taking the third, thus even fight. Look at that blood coming out of that mouth. That's the problem when you have a mouth injury. There's not a whole heck of a lot you can do. It's not like you can put a bunch of Vaseline in there or Inswell. You just got to deal with it. We'll see if... But the way it's continuing to bleed, I'm a little concerned about what type of injury that is to the mouth of Barajas. You see swelling under the right eye of Lopez. Okay, there they're putting something in the mouth. Hopefully it's just a cut. But you also got to worry about swallowing blood and thus getting, nauseous, and that can be a real difficult thing too. It's almost better to let the blood just come right out of your mouth. Doesn't look pretty, and it might cause the referee to do something. You don't want to swallow that blood.
The start of round number 4, and it seems to be cause and effect with the mouth of Barajas continually open since round number 1. Right to the body. Barajas throwing bigger hooks to the body in now early stages round number 4.
And that was nice work by Barajas. But what he needs to do is throw a combination like that and then get to the side, move side to side, but get out of the way. Don't just sit there and admire your work, and let the much more plodding, much slower Lopez get back into it like that.
Walking through the jab again, Gabriel Lopez. Eats that left jab.
Clearly, Barajas has the better boxing skills, but you got to use those skills.
Doubling up the right hand, Gabriel Lopez.
Now that was a decent attempt by Lopez, but he was too far outside to throw that hook to the body. And then the head. Needs to come in with the jab, get on the inside, and work the body. He's there. What does he do? He'll probably headhunt.
That mouse really increasing under Lopez's right eye.
Yeah, these corners are going to have their work cut out for them as this fight continues. Again, I mentioned Lopez comes off a 12-round contest in September, a loss. Of course, Barajas' last fight was in November of last year. He won a unanimous decision in Tucson. You and I called that fight. But he's been inactive since then. He was scheduled to fight a few months ago, but got ill the night before the fight.
Referee Gabriel Lopez, telling boxer Gabriel Lopez and boxer Juan Barajas, watch your heads on the inside. Overhand right from Lopez. Barajas off of the jab. Short right uppercut from Barajas. Barajas ever so slightly, Smitty, has turned up his intensity here in the 4th round.
And that's partially because Lopez that doesn't seem to have an answer. I mean, just waiting and throwing some really big shots. Doesn't seem to be working to get in. He's actually open for some, if Barajas would just do that, pot shot, let his hands go. Lopez
his head, throwing to the body, Gabriel Lopez.
Lopez is really slowed down.
Good entry jab from Lopez, snapping back the head of Barajas. Now 20 seconds to go round 4. The fighters back to the center of the ring. Wide punches from Lopez not getting through. Right hand, another right hand that lands from Lopez. And we are through 4 rounds. Roy Jones Jr. Boxing is back here in San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico. Wednesday night, December 9th, live right here on UFC Fight Pass. We're at the Marina Terra Event Center in San Carlos. Mexico, obviously one of boxing's greatest ever nations. In this area, Sonora, really rich in boxing history.
Yeah. Gosh, I just think about the great Mexican fighters from all over Mexico, all the way back to Salvador Sanchez and Julio Cesar Chavez, Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez, Marco Antonio Barrera. I could go on for hours.
The start of round number 5. See that mouse continuing to swell under the right eye of Lopez.
I can hear Ruben Oliveras saying, Smitty, what about me? Knock out Ruben Oliveras. I gave that last round, Sean, to Barajas. Is that... Wow.
Fully agreed. Tangling of feet, we fight on.
Is that jaw starting to swell? That's what I'm trying to see. Tell me if you think you see a swelling with the Barajas mouth or face. It seems like I'm starting to see swelling, which
on the jaw
could be a sign of a broken jaw. It hasn't, I mean, hopefully, again, it's just an abrasion in there, but...
Well, the right eye of Lopez most definitely swelling.
Yes. Both of these guys already at the halfway point know they've been in a fight, don't they?
Barajas off of the jab. Lopez slipping that jab back to the inside. Overhand right, short and sharp from Juan Barajas. That was effective. Gabriel Lopez's right eye rapidly swelling. 4-punch combination from Barajas coming forward with aggression. Snap jab to counter from Lopez.
Yeah, and I think Barajas is winning these exchanges, but, you know, when you see a short guy like that on the inside, it almost gives the judges the impression that he's more having his way with the angular guy, right?
Without question.
Both of these guys really busted up here in round 5.
60 seconds remaining in this 5th round of our main event. Again, to the winner goes the currently vacant WBC Latino super middleweight title.
I have no idea why Lopez won't work the body. I just don't get it. He's right there, and he goes to the head and misses with both shots. Unbelievable.
Doubling up the jab is Lopez. Missing with the jab, Barajas.
He's not even having to work to get in because Barajas is coming right on the inside. And really, Barajas winning most of the exchanges on the inside like that. Just more accurate, quicker shots, cleaner shots.
Barajas left to the body, left to the head. That was clever.
That
right
side,
uppercut lands from Lopez on the inside.
That left side of the jaw does not look good. Mentioned Ali. Ali knows all about broken jaws. Fight with Kenny Norton. The first fight with Frazier, many people thought his jaw was broken because it was so swollen, but it wasn't.
We are through 5 rounds.
The doctors will come in there and take a look at that. See, they right away will go to work there on the left inside of the mouth. Damn, that's a lot of blood, man.
You see that Barajas is only wearing the top mouth guard. He's not wearing the double mouth guard that you see in a lot of fighters.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The negative, of course, of the double mouth guard, the top and bottom, is the airflow. A lot of fighters across all combat sports just are uncomfortable with the airflow restriction.
Yeah, when I fought, I used just the upper. But it didn't matter. I never got hit because I ran like hell. Angelo Dundee called me the greatest sprinter in the history of the sport. So, oh, there was a nice
good hook. To be great at something. Take compliments where you get them.
Especially Angelo Dundee, yeah.
Round number 6. Off of the jab from Barajas.
Well, I mentioned at the start that I thought this might be Barajas' toughest fight. I would say it is through 5 rounds.
Very competitive fight. Gabriel Lopez, literally from the start of this fight, determined to establish himself on the inside. Barajas using the jab effectively there.
And Barajas winning these exchanges on the inside. This is where Lopez wanted to be. He's there, but he's not getting the best of it.
Good right hand from Lopez.
Got the best of that one. And that
Barajas off of his line. Lopez to the inside. Barajas creating the distance once more. Again off of the jab right to the body. Left now to the body. Lopez claimed that he was punched in the kidney. We fight on.
Well, he should be throwing his own kidney shots. He's right there, but he just seems to always go upstairs to against the guy that's 6'3".
In MMA, you just have to stay off of the spine, the back of the head. Boxing, the target is literally the front half of the body. Cannot wrap around to the back half of the body, even off of the spine on the back half. That was the complaint from Gabriel Lopez. 1:15 remaining round.
Later rounds, which I suspect it will. Both guys slowing down.
Three-punch combination last sequence for Gabriel Lopez. Feint with that jab to the body, never threw it. Barajas so much more tentative with his jab than we saw in the early stages of this fight, especially from rounds 1 and 2. Barajas circling out, pulling this fight back to the center of the ring. Overhand right misses from Lopez.
I hear the corner of Barajas imploring him to use the stick, use the jab. So on the outside, flick it out there.
25 seconds remaining round number 6. Right hand lands from Lopez. Barajas' corner just called for more body shots, more volume. Closing stages, round number 6. Swing and a miss. That right hand lands from Lopez just before the bell. Next stop, round 7.
Barajas landed more shots in that 6 rounds, but the hardest shot of the round clearly was by Lopez, that last punch of the round. And Lopez had some good work on the inside at times. I gave him that round. I still have Barajas leading by 1 point after 6 rounds. See Barajas landing a right couple of combinations there. Lopez comes back on the inside. Not a whole lot of action, but that's that big right hand to punctuate the round. Missed and then landed. Fortunately for Barajas, he didn't taste the canvas, but he's tasting a lot of his own blood that has been flowing in that mouth of his. Lopez, abrasions underneath the eye.
Big swings to start round number 7 for Gabriel Lopez. Putting Juan Barajas on his back foot.
The right eye, underneath it. They've done a pretty good job, though. I thought it might close completely.
Very competitive, very hard fought thus far. Not much between these two men. Warning from referee Gabriel Lopez to Juan Barajas. Pulling down the head of Gabriel Lopez in the clinch.
You know, when you think about these two, how much easier they'd make it on themselves for Barajas to use the height, reach, and the jab, and for Lopez, when you get on the inside, simply land those body shots, which he just did there.
Hooks to the body now from Barajas. 2 minutes remaining, round 7. The swelling under the right eye of Lopez is most definitely slowed down. Round number 5, it looked like it was close to swelling shut. That's great work on the corner of Lopez. Barajas off of the jab again. But Smitty, Barajas was emphatic. Stay long, work the jab, the straight right cross to follow. What we're seeing by and large is Barajas throwing the jab, but then coming to the
right
inside,
yeah.
which is where Lopez wants to be.
Exactly. Yeah, both of these guys are have a little bit of the wrong game plan going. It's one thing to think it and then get in there and do it is another thing. That's what I said about Lopez and his own jab. He will have so much success if he just times it and throws it right to the midsection. But see, he's on that inside, the body's there, and he leaps up to the head. And Barajas lands his own little shot there.
Big left hand. You saw the duck under, then the left from Gabriel Lopez. 50 seconds to go, round 7.
And we think about Ali Frazier, especially one. Lopez needs to think Joe Frazier. He's on the inside. Throw that left hook to the body. Bam! Then bring it up to the head. He's bringing it up to the head without any body work at all. Both of these guys are tired, Sean.
Gabriel Lopez's corner, encouraging him to turn up the pressure. Lopez off of the jab. Jab now to the body. Right hand misses from Barajas. Both fighters swollen, bloody. We fight on. There is the bell. We're headed to round 8.
See that swelling underneath the right eye of Lopez. See if they haven't done much work on it this round. There they go. They've done a good job, though, because it's been like this for about 3 or 4 rounds. And in the Barajas corner, they've been working on that mouth from, I think, the round, I think it was after the first round.
Barajas started bleeding from his mouth in the opening round. The mouse under the right eye of Gabriel Lopez presented itself in round number 2.
And he either lost a tooth or has something serious.
To the business end of our main event, round number 8. Juan Barajas, 11-0 versus 10-4 Gabriel Lopez. Ice in the corner of Juan Barajas. Noticed immediately by referee Gabriel Lopez. Now we start round number 8. Good right hand from Lopez. Left hook from Gabriel Lopez on the entry. Barajas trying to jab his way out of a bad situation. Lopez talked to us a lot about slipping under the jab. We're really seeing that now at this stage of the fight, Smitty.
Just with him, it's pretty much one punch at a time. What I think has the slight advantage going for Barajas is he's able to throw 2 or 3 shots at a time.
Left hook misses badly. Lopez pulled it back halfway through. Rugged on the inside from Gabriel Lopez. Right hand just misses.
The Lopez corner imploring him to apply pressure.
Left to the body from Barajas. Largely absent right now from Juan Barajas is that jab.
That's because there's no place to throw it because he's on the inside like this, which I don't think he needs to be. Still have him winning slightly, but
Barajas' corner just said, don't wait for him.
You're the bigger guy, the taller guy, the faster guy, and you got something wrong with your jaw. Why the hell would you be on the inside and taking the fight yourself to the inside? It's not like Lopez is forcing it. Now he's moving a little bit. They're right back on the inside.
Previous sequence, referee Gabriel Lopez warning both fighters for exactly this, pulling down in the clinch. Clean workout from both men. There's the short shuffle right hand from Barajas.
Yep, he's stealing these sequences, stealing just with powder puff punches, most of them, but just enough of them to nullify anything Lopez is doing and, again, score a few of his own.
Right hand lands on the overhand from Lopez. 45 seconds to go, round 8. Lopez again on the jab, 3-punch combination. Misses with the 4th. Big right hand. That
right on that
jaw.
Right on that left side of the jaw.
Extremely close fight. Give the warning for excessive holding. Gabriel Lopez to Gabriel Lopez. Short left hand on the inside from Barajas. Chest to chest. Barajas with his back against the corner cushion as we end round number 8. Smitty, on your unofficial scorecard.
I have it 78-75 Barajas. I just think even on the inside, he's landing more shots, letting his hands go, and stealing some of those moments on the inside. Lopez will land a big shot, but they're, few and far between. Both of these guys showing a hell of a lot of toughness, man. Believe me, Barajas is in some pain with that jaw. That mouth, man, it's just, he has not stopped bleeding. I think he lost a tooth or something. I'm surprised that I haven't seen the doctors go in at all. Have you? Or
not once.
That's weird.
This is the 12th pro bout of the career of Juan Barajas, the 15th pro bout of the career of Gabriel Lopez, the second time both men have gone beyond 8 rounds. Round number 9. Good right hand from Barajas.
If I was Barajas, I would fight this entire fight in the center of the ring on the outside with movement. Just movement, use the height, reach, and box. Stay out of harm's way and just let the hands go.
See the head positioning of Lopez. Head in the chest, eliminating that space. Overhand right.
There you go.
Good right hand from Barajas. Throwing that from range, now the left hook. Swing and a miss with the left hook to counter from Lopez. Back to the clinch. More volume from Barajas here in round number 9. Can you see Lopez sticking to the inside? Barajas, uppercut to the body.
And that's smart by Barajas. Tie him up on the inside, go back outside and use the height and reach.
Definitely increased activity here in the 9th round for Juan Barajas. Seeing more volume, or we're seeing more volume from range just like that. Lopez entering, but entering without punches. Good left hook.
And that's what I mean about stealing moments on the inside, where Lopez is doing nothing, and Barajas is letting those hands go and working him over a little bit. They're not devastating shots, but they're shots nevertheless, punches that are landing. Whereas Lopez is ineffective, doing nothing at this point.
Check right hook from Barajas. Lopez struggling to land a clean shot here in the 9th round. Smothering pressure to the inside, but Lopez not throwing from that inside range.
You wouldn't expect the taller, rangier guy to be dominating on the inside, but he is.
50 seconds to go, round number 9.
Good move there by Barajas to get spin the fighter around, and now he's gonna he could really land some nice hard right hands if Barajas has it in him to let him go.
1-2 from Barajas.
I see a lot of openings there in Lopez for the right hands now. He's a little drunk from all the pity pat shots from Barajas has got him a little drunk. Now it's time to uncork one if he has it in him like that. He's trying.
Another right hand. Barajas having a very good round. The combinations now coming from Barajas. Lopez trying to settle in, find his offense. Final seconds, round number 9. There's a nice rear right uppercut and the left hand from Lopez just before the bell as we move to the 10th and final round.
Young man from Victorville fighting through pain and obviously some adversity.
Credit both men through 9 rounds.
Yes.
Extremely hard fought.
Barajas turned pro in 2017. It was 11-0 coming into this fight. And again, from the studying I had done, I felt this would be his toughest fight. And I think it has been. He's winning, though. He's fought through it. Well, he's winning on my card by 4 points. Think the judges have it closer than that?
I have the feeling that they do, Smitty.
Well, again, when you think about a fight, it gets into the heads of everybody, fans and even judges, that you think of the little guy's going to want to be there on the inside. When I say little guy, the shorter guy. And he has been, but it's really been Barajas winning most of the exchanges.
10th and final round.
And if we had CompuBox on this, there's no doubt Barajas dominating that.
What possibly could make this closer on the 3 Sonora State Athletic Commission judges' scorecards is the constant forward pressure of Gabriel Lopez in this fight.
Yeah.
Sitting chest to chest just like this.
That's true. But you call it effective aggressiveness. It really hasn't been his own aggression. It's been Barajas letting him in there and fighting that way. But nevertheless, you could be right. Yeah, the posture of the fight, it just gives the impression that Lopez is doing more of what he wants. And by the way, right now, in this last round, he is.
Left to the body. Both corners doing such a great job with their respective fighters.
Yes.
The mouth cut of Barajas, that huge mouth, the swelling under the right eye of Lopez. 150 remaining, 10th and final round of our main event. Again, to the winner goes the currently vacant WBC Latino Super Middleweight Championship. A title that both fighters covet. Both fighters talking about the importance of the title, the importance of winning this fight. Good left hand on the inside from Lopez.
You clearly can hear those shots by Lopez. He's having a good final round.
Lopez dipping, trying to slip the jab just like that on the entry. 110 remaining in this fight. Down the stretch we go. Final minute of this fight.
Good right hand by Lopez. He's having a really, really good 10th and final round.
Uppercut, counter on the right hand from Lopez. Almost a shuffle step right. Right to the body from Gabriel Lopez. Nothing on that jab from Barajas. Lopez slipping under, back to the inside for the clinch. Right hand misses from Barajas. Barajas had an outstanding round number 9. Lopez having a very good round number 10. Overhand right. There's the counter left hand from Barajas that lands. Barajas, good right hand in the left. That backs off Lopez. Final flurry from Juan Barajas. The bell, the end of the fight. Both fighters raising both hands. We shall see. But credit to both Juan Barajas, Gabriel Lopez. Hard fought, competitive, entertaining over the full 10 rounds.
I have Barajas winning the fight by 3 points. I gave that final round to Lopez, despite the really nice last 10-second, 15-second flurry by Barajas. Wouldn't surprise me, though. Honestly, the way the judging here might be, it wouldn't surprise me if it goes the other way, if it's a draw. I just felt Barajas on the inside, let his hands go, landed more punches, and thus kind of earned the victory that way.
Blood started pouring out of the mouth of Juan Barajas in round number 1. After 10 rounds, blood still pouring out of the mouth of Juan Barajas.
Yeah. And that, I mean, you see it. I mean, if it's both fighters a bloody mess, credit to both corners, credit to both fighters. I said these fights are not fought on paper. On paper, Barajas 11-0, bigger guy, a little bit younger. Clearly, he was our A side, but the B side was a beast for him tonight. That quality of opposition, the fact that Lopez, there's that last flurry by Barajas. It was the best flurry of the round, but it came too little, too late because Lopez did a lot of damage early in the round.
We await the tallying of the 3 judges' scorecards. Jeff Houston ringside, the Sonora State Athletic Commission scores table.
All right, what does this delay mean? Is this a delay for a unanimous or a draw? What the hell is it? Anyway, I have Barajas winning. Whoever won it, they earned it. And there's not going to be too much celebrating tonight. It looks like, I wonder if he had a bridge knocked out or something. So, it looks like something's missing there in his mouth. Geez, now I'm turning into an orthodontist or a dentist or something. Jeez. I mean, it's just like you pointed out, though. The blood just has not stopped. That's either a tooth out or a broken jaw. It looks like I see some missing teeth. All right, I got a good dentist for you. You're in Victorville. You're not too far from Vegas. I highly recommend Las Vegas Dental Care there. Las Vegas Dental Group.
We send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 10 championship rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Judge Aruna scores the fight 97-95 in favor of Barajas. Judge Cota scores the fight 96-94 in favor of Lopez. And Judge Canizales scores the fight 95-95. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is ruled a split draw. Therefore, the WBC Latino Super Middleweight Championship remains vacant.